You looking for something, my man?
I'm looking for lightning.
Got ups, got downs, smiles, got frowns, got smoke, got blow. Take you anywhere you want to go.
I only have big bills.
It's cool. Got plenty change.
Did you, turn off that box? I really hate rap music.
Sure, my man.
Thank you, man.
Car 54, 1091 Central Park West and 63rd K.
Car 54, okay.
Where the fuck are you going? I'm gonna help that young man over there.
Fuck him! Take care of this one first.
This one's dead. You get the fucking handcuffs off him.
Hey, fuck you! God damn it! Man. Get him to the hospital!
Police officer Patrick O'Leary was shot late last night in Central Park. The mayor and the police commissioner expressed their outrage at a press conference at the widow's house in Queens. O'Leary was the fourth police officer slain in the line of...
Baby.
Congratulations.
Gail, you beamed me up. You beamed me up in the middle of my ecstasy.
Don't you think it's a little early in the morning for heavy metal?
Listen, Gail, honey, sweetie, I love you. I'm gonna marry you, but you're making me feel very old. This is not heavy metal. This is Hendrix. Genius, maybe, but this is definitely not heavy metal.
Okay.
Okay?
Why don't you open your present?
Present. Right. What's the occasion? Huh. Congratulations. For what?
On your last week with legal aid.
Hey, groovy. Beautiful.
Why don't you wear one of the new suits Daddy's guy made for you? Just try it.
I don't know, Gail. I don't think the Wall Street garb will swing with the Rikers Island crowd, you know? They'll take me for a pimp.
What does that make me?
The best.
What are you drinking?
Orange Julius, homemade. Want some?
No. No, thanks. Oh, I've got to run. I have to be at Bumble and Bumble in 45 minutes. So, try a new suit.
Yeah.
Remember to call about the apartment.
You bet.
And, Roland, about that tie.
Yeah, what about it?
Eh.
I like this tie.
Well, Dalton, you're finally gonna bag it at legal aid, huh, pal?
Yep.
What about the fight for the underprivileged, the homeless, and the destitute? You know what I'm talking about, the good fight, pal?
Pap and dribble, blood. Just liberal pap for the multitudes. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. These I gotta prosecute. These I'm willing to let cop a plea. You take the whole package. I let these go for time served. It's beautiful.
Yeah, man. All right. Groovy.
This is not a going away party, Dalton. I can't live with that.
Come on, home. It's my last week in the jungle, then I'm finito.
Buy the next 6 lunches, too?
No guts, no glory.
Oh, baby. Dalton, I never figured you for this upwardly mobile bullshit, man. It is a sellout.
Hey, Blood, the substance of law in America lies in keeping the money of this country out of the hands of the widows and orphans and in the hands of the major insurance companies who know best
how to manage it.
Hey, Susan.
Hi, Sean.
Hi.
Hi. From the looks of you, I'd say you found your insurance company.
Yeah, Wall Street, next week. You don't exactly look like chopped liver yourself.
Thanks. Well, once again, I see that justice is being served for lunch. Here, you forgot this one.
Just your average crack-dealing cop killer. No big deal.
Yeah, but I haven't interviewed him yet. Could be innocent.
Bloody likely. Still, I'm impressed you still care about minor details such as that. I'll meet you over at the pier.
Yeah, you got it.
I'll see you in court.
Little history there, pal?
Yeah, the whole world, man. What'd she mean, see you in court?
Probably talking about that cop killer you got in your hand, pal.
What are you saying? She's a public defender in Brooklyn?
Hope she's not.
No?
The new assistant DA.
Come on. Is that straight?
Taggerman bagger, man. You're dead.
Mama, what's the haps, babe?
Okay, wise guy. Truly detective.
Mama, why do you torture me with this?
Empty your pockets.
It's the watch. It's the watch. It's always the watch. Watch. See? You love me, you know it.
Statutory rape, possession of deadly weapons, possession of sale of cocaine,
Hey, yo, on the
possession
shower,
of
man.
crack, possession of sale of crack. This got it here.
Hey, Boski. My name isn't Boski. You want a condom with your lunch? Condom.
Yeah. The mayor says we gotta offer every convict a condom a day, along with counseling on safe sex.
I don't want a condom.
I want a condom.
Thank you very much. Michael Jones, Roland Dalton. Lawyers of legal aid have been appointed to represent you. You've been charged with first-degree murder of an undercover narcotics police officer. You know, you don't look too bad for a guy who's been shot.
Shit, man, guy used a 38, man. 38 couldn't kill a cockroach. That's why I use a 9mm. You're somebody with a 9, he don't get up.
Oh, yeah, I used a 9mm on this cop?
Yeah.
Well, what's the pitch, Michael? You're not going to tell me you didn't do it?
Of course I did it. I'm in the park selling drugs. White dude come up to me, pull out a gun, say, give me your money. So I shot him, self-defense.
Now, Michael, you want a lawyer or you want your mother? Because she's the only fool that's going to buy that bag of shit.
Hey, man. I've done a lot of bad things, but I'm not stupid. I don't lie to my lawyer.
Here we go.
The dude was a blue jean cop, man.
Blue jean cop?
Yeah, blue jean cop.
Oh, what are you saying? You shot him because you didn't like his pants?
The dude didn't even show me no badge, man. I didn't know he was a cop till they booked my ass. I thought he was a vigilante. Had to defend myself.
Well, that little mistake may very well get your ass cooked.
Shit, man. I work for somebody that pays his bills. Crack, you dig?
I dig.
This cop must have been trying to cut himself a piece of my man's action. Shit, all he had to do was say so. I'd have handed him my green, let him and my man work it out. Still no dust between NC and pigs.
Who's NC?
Oh, man. I didn't say that.
I'm white and can't fight. Well, coming up in the world, huh? What's the mortgage on this condo?
What are you doing here?
What the fuck are you doing here, man?
I'm brushing my fucking teeth.
Oh, yeah.
What are you blending?
Your old lady. She told me to tell you if you don't get your ass home and do the right thing, she's gonna pack up all your shit and ship it back to Rope and Ride or Bump and Grind or whatever the hell the name of it is, that hick town in Texas you come from.
What else did she say?
She said pick up the laundry.
Right. See what you got to look forward to, counselor. How's your fiancé?
She doesn't like Jimi Hendrix.
Who?
Come on, let's get some chow, my treat.
What I smell another shakedown?
That's for that, gringo.
Last time.
I knew there was a reason I liked you. Look at this, Max. I don't believe all this glass, man. What is this shit?
Empty crack containers, counselor.
Popcorn.
You want to know what the latest drug craze is? Let's go check out Uncle Billy's trash can. Junkies come and go, but Billy's trash can's always there. Right now it's full of that shit.
Speaking of that shit, tell me something. What's a blue jean cop?
Where'd you hear that?
Well, client?
Well, I'm strictly bargain basement. Wranglers and Levi's.
You lost me.
As I bust, on the other hand, where Sergio Valente's.
Richie, you want to run this by me in English?
All right. Like some cop. Some average guy never had a shot at a big best in all his life. Just going along, grinding out his $27,500 a year. All of a sudden, he ends up in a narc squad.
One must have.
One afternoon, he busts some scumbag carrying a bag full of chemicals. A bag full of chemicals is worth more than that cop's going to make in 10 years. Next day, he's out shopping for designer jeans. Lure of easy money. Very hard to refuse.
How about this cop who got whacked at Central Park, O'Leary? Was that the deal with him?
We're going to have such a sweat about this. Word is you're out of the game in another week.
Call me a creature of habit, O'Leary.
What about him?
What about him? Oh, great, thanks.
Come on, Dalton, even if I knew the answer to that, I'm not going to tell you.
Well, fuck, man, I got to find out what's going down here.
So look around.
Oh, look around. Great. What? Look, who? What?
I'm going to tell you something, Dalton. Cops don't know shit about hiding money. Check out his house.
His house? Okay. Killed you to tell me that, didn't it?
The last of the big fucking spenders. Great.
No, nothing, Richie. Straight up. How come no designer jeans for you?
I always figured they were meant for girls with cute little asses. Guys with no balls. Besides, I'm independently wealthy.
Oh, right. I love what you did with the condo.
This ain't high school, Dalton. These guys got guns and money and not a fucking thing to lose.
I appreciate the advice. P.S. Who's NC?
You just don't fucking get it, do you? Just don't get it. Don't fuck with these people.
Richie, I don't want to fuck with them. I just want to dance.
The devil can give it to you any way you want it.
Mrs. O'Leary, I'm involved with the people prosecuting the man who killed your husband. I know this may not be the most appropriate time, but I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may.
Come in. I was just making some tea. Would you like some? Or something stronger?
I'll have whatever you have.
Okay.
Where the hell is Marks? Why isn't he with us?
He's downtown. He's picking up the warrants. He's gonna take the subway up here and meet us. It's cool. Don't worry.
I would never take a subway to this part of town.
Wow, what are you talking about? He's a cop. He's got a gun.
Patrick O'Leary was a cop. He had a gun. This place is worse than Beirut.
Hey, what do you want
If you guys wouldn't mind, could I get out of this car before we get there? I mean, you're supposed to be undercover, but even a blind man can tell you're cops. If someone sees me with you, I'm dead meat.
Hey, listen, dipshit! If somebody sees you with us, you are dead meat. You know, they're gonna kill you, baby. Cut your balls off, gouge your eyes out. But it's gonna be over soon enough. But if the information you're giving us turns out to be bullshit, we're gonna put you in a cell. Big Leroy. A 350-pound bull nigger faggot. And when you get out in 5 years, maybe, you'll be able to look up your asshole and see the sky. Don't fuck with me. Can I have a cigarette, will you?
Buy your own.
What the fuck's wrong with you?
I really appreciate this.
Quite welcome. Where are your cans? Are they in the garage?
Yeah, no. Well, the garage is locked. Just put it at the bottom of the stairs.
That's okay?
Yeah, thank you. Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. Bye.
Bye.
Ladies, put your bags on the conveyor. And gentlemen, let's see your green. Good. Now, one at a time, walk through the detector. Welcome to Wonderland. Welcome.
Wow, listen, you think that was real?
Did you hear those screams? You can't fake that.
I think they really cut them off.
You gotta let me have some more. You got to.
You know the rules. No credit. Cash only.
I don't have any more on me. I'll pay you back, I promise.
Mr. Carr decides things like that, but I wouldn't advise it.
Please?
Tell the man your story.
I gave them all my money. But I need more.
For most, there's no other way but pay. But for you, maybe there's another.
Here's Marks. Let's go. Dipshit, take off. All right, ready to rock and roll?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good. Got them fucking warrants? Shit. All right, here's the deal. These watches here are synchronized. At exactly 11:11. You blow out the back, we'll blow in the front. see anything you like? Let's do it.
Get on the fucking wall.
Why don't you take Mr. Nicky downtown? We'll stay here. Clean up, book the evidence. Give me the toy. Let's see how you dance, Scal.
Because of the quantity of drugs seized and the defendant's prior record, I'm going to set cash bail at $1 million.
Objection!
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. You are the prosecutor, and you're objecting to $1 million cash bail?
Yes, Your Honor. It's not enough.
Miss Cantrell, it's 11:55 on a Friday night. That's a lot of cash to come up with at this hour.
Nicky Carr can pull that amount out of his small change purse. It's not enough to ensure that he'll appear for trial.
Objection overruled. Mr. Rosen, do you have anything to say?
Yes, Your Honor. My client will make bail.
through.
Hello, Larry. This is Margaret O'Leary. Someone broke into the garage last night. I think they saw Patrick's car.
Thanks. I'll get back to you on that.
Larry, I'm worried. Can you talk now?
No. I'll call you later.
Just checking to see if the Nicky car evidence got booked in all right.
Yeah, it's there.
Good. A lot of cash, wasn't it?
Oh, it was a lot of cash. But it wasn't a lot of cash.
I don't know. Well, you know, I mean, the mess of my church.
Give me 2, whatever he's having.
You want a quadruple Boilermaker?
Yeah, and a Pepsi.
You're not planning on driving home.
I got no plans, Richie. But speaking of driving, there's a brand new bright red Porsche Cabriolet Turbo stuck under a tarp in the back of Dan O'Leary's garage.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't know, Richie. Once upon a time, all I planned to do was play the tenor sax. Forever. That's it. Billsville, man. But my dad, everybody said I was a sap, no money in it. So I go to law school. And I am here now, gone from that other place. But I could play the tenor sax all day and all night. Everything was possible. And I was very certain that at any minute I was going to meet the love of my life.
The love of your life?
Yeah.
I'm not the love of my life. Only I killed her dog before I had a chance to tell her. And she was everything I ever wanted. We met at Shakespeare in the park. Told her I was a lawyer. The line seemed to work for you. Rained like hell that day. I had an umbrella. We went back to her apartment. She went to the bathroom. I sat on the couch. She had this great big damn dog. The dog had a ball. I threw it. The dog brought it back. I threw it again, harder. I'll never forget the sound of that dog's paws on the newly waxed floors. How was I supposed to know she left the window open? The dog fell 13 stories, landed on top of a parked car. I went over, leaned out the window, looked down, threw up, and left. Left. Without ever telling her she was the one.
Happy is the fleeting hope of youth.
Who said that?
Me? I'm gonna take this case, Richie.
Good for you, counselor. Me too.
Hi.
About this high. White, 135 pounds. Brown hair, wears a little ponytail. He's wearing a pair of gray pants and a flashy kind of gray sweater and a pair of felony flyers on out of the bust.
Hey, cop. What's your problem? This place is legal now. You looking for a cut? You gotta talk to your boys down at the station.
Yeah. Get up. I said get up.
Hey, cop. Stop harassing me before I call my lawyer.
It's a gun. It's a gun.
Andy, you're a fucking genius. Now listen to this. This gun is clean. No serial numbers. So after I blow out what's left of your brains and check it in the Eastville, your case is closed. People downtown are gonna file it under DSAF. Did society a favor. You got it?
I understand.
Now where is he?
Stevie's at Iris. On the deuce over to New Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Said you wanted to go along for the ride.
Yeah, man.
The bus was leaving, amigo.
Okay, where?
New Amsterdam Theater on 42nd Street. 30 minutes.
I'm down.
Walmart, the downstairs room.
Hey, man, I put it on the bar. Ain't really don't make a difference. You got to
Of each other. And upstairs, for only $1, you can talk to a naked girl, completely naked woman, all alone.
Ira! Hey, nice to see you.
Oh, wait a minute. Stevie. Yeah, this one looks real.
You bet your ass it's real.
Hey, Bob. I want you to change the sheets in the honeymoon suite.
Is this something I should put on both feet?
This is what I got, and this is what I want.
Stevie, which room is he in?
You know this, Chief. I don't think he wants to be disturbed right now.
Honeymoon Street, he's in the honeymoon suite.
Shit.
Real live girls, gentlemen. Real live girls. Look at Bobby in booth 3, Melody in booth 4, and Tamara in booth 5. These are real live women, live flesh. Step into a booth.
Richie. Okay. I don't know what kind of party we're crashing up here, but you don't happen to have a little something for me, do you? Like a bazooka?
You know how to use one of these?
Fucking A, Bubba. I'm from New York City.
Don't shoot me in the ass.
goddamn hands up.
Anything you say, officer.
Son of a bitch!
Go and relax. Too bad about dipshit, huh? Gave us a lot of good tips.
Yeah, I'll bet he did.
What kind of shit you carrying? Man, that ain't regulation.
It's a gun I own to exercise my constitutional right to bear arms.
Hey, ain't you something? Big John Wayne fan, huh? .45 Magnum. Plan on taking down an army?
I don't know yet.
Sweetheart, I'm going to bed.
Okay. Good night.
Did you call about the apartment?
I'm sorry, sweetie. I forgot all about it. Listen, I've had all this work to do. My ass still aches from that motorcycle.
Roland, you promised. we don't call, we lose the apartment.
I know, Gail. I know. I'll call about the apartment tomorrow.
I just can't believe you're spending all this time trying to get this guy set free and you can't find 5 minutes to do something that's really important for us. This guy's a crack dealer. He's a rapist. People like him belong in jail. I can't believe you want him out.
Gail, honey, I don't necessarily want him out. I just don't want him in for something he didn't do.
Who cares if he did it? If he didn't do this, he damn sure did something else. Who gives a fuck if he's innocent?
Well, I do. I give a fuck.
For Christ's sake, this man sells death to school kids.
Gail, hey, sweetie. What's going on here, huh? Come here. Now, what's all this about? Huh? Is this some kind of panic that I'm going to take a left turn on your dad's offer about his law firm?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah?
I just don't understand your fascination with all this.
Hey, it's all in your mind. I'll call about the apartment, I promise. I'll call tomorrow. All right?
Okay. And you love me, right?
I love you.
A lot.
A lot.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, one thing I promise not to do in this courtroom is to pretend to you that I am representing Snow White for a client. The simple fact of the matter is that all the 7 dwarves couldn't match his record on a weekend pass in Singapore. I'm not going to conceal this fact from you, and I apologize to my humble colleague, the district attorney, for snatching that ham bone from her plate. However, I do promise to use every means of persuasion I can muster to prove to you that my client, Michael Jones, did not commit the crime of first-degree murder, but that he in fact shot Officer Patrick O'Leary self-defense.
Humorous yet restrained, rhetorical yet substantive. You managed to cover everything except the will of God.
Saving that for my closing.
I thought so. You cleared for miracles?
Cecil B. DeMille will be proud.
I'm glad I have a front row seat.
Okay, what's the deal?
No deals today, buddy. You missed that boat. I'm taking your boy to the max.
I'm not talking about that deal. I'm talking about this deal. What gives here? What do you want from me?
Do I look like I want something?
Look, why don't you take your mind games and run them by those dorks at the ACLU, because I don't have time for this bullshit.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Your star is rising in the financial arena.
Correct.
Complete with Miss Wright, I hear, too.
Hey.
Look, Susan, I loved you better than anybody's ever gonna love you in your lifetime, and you left me holding the bag. You took a hike, remember? Now, I can't figure it. I pull myself together, I move on, and boom, you show up here? Well, look, I didn't ask for it, and I didn't want it. So why don't we just sort of swing on through this with a minimum of bloodshed? In case you didn't grasp that, I was crazy about you.
Isn't that your waking state?
Look, do me a favor, will you? Just tell me so I can quit bugging myself about it. Just tell me why.
You were turning cynical and judgmental and berating and mean.
Oh?
You concocted some bullshit story about how credit cards were going to save your life.
Well, why didn't you tell me that then?
I did. In my own way, you just didn't hear it.
Oh.
I miss you all.
Oh, yeah? Well, what are we gonna do now?
I got $10,000 that says the Harlem Shuffle gonna kick the cracker's ass. Anybody want a piece? See the man, right? Come on, baby. Yo! What we gonna do? Win! That's right. Yeah, we're gonna win. Oh, shit. Hold this, man.
Right, Dale, you know you could fuck up a wet dream. Come on, we gotta talk.
This is my playtime. Can I at least watch the race?
Sure. I ain't here to give out pocket tickets.
Let's get it on!
Tough luck, Cracker. Hey, get my money. What can I do for you?
Richie Marks.
What about him? I see. What's in it for me?
Evidence against you. And the police department safe disappears.
$147,000 and 7 pounds of cocaine just disappears from the police evidence safe, huh?
Won't be the first time.
I got your message. You're the new boy at the precinct. But you'll find out I always pay my bills. But the people I work for are just a little pissed off. What the fuck happened in Central Park?
A one-time, small-time mistake. Ain't gonna happen again. $50K a month. In Midtown North is yours. And don't be worrying about no Michael Jones. I'm gonna clean up that mess personally. But you gonna have to take care of Richie Marks.
It's a deal. You do your thing. I'll take care of Marks pronto.
I forgot how much I love this room.
My treehouse.
I forgot how much I love listening to you.
I forgot how much I love having you here.
You like to lie in bed and chit-chat, don't you?
Except you do most of the talking.
Yeah, I do. I gotta go.
I won't be your mistress, Dalton.
Well, I just can't not show up.
Make it easier for both of us. This time it was what it was. If there's a next time, you have to stay the whole night.
So I just put a bow on that package and present it to my fiancé?
It's up to you, my dear.
I said, does the defense have any questions?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor, we have some questions. Officer Varelli, when you came upon the scene, you recognized the deceased to be a police officer, is that right?
Yes, I did.
In fact, you knew him to be an undercover police officer investigating narcotics in your area, correct?
That's correct.
When you approached Officer O'Leary, he was lying on the ground unconscious.
Objection, conclusion.
Sustained.
Okay, Officer Varelli, his eyes were closed?
Yes.
He was not moving?
No, he wasn't.
It was clear to you that he was not in any semblance of mind?
Objection, conclusion.
Sustained.
Officer Varelli, when you arrived upon the scene, were there any other police officers in the proximity except for your partner?
No.
Well, to the best of your knowledge, isn't it correct police procedure when an officer is going to make a narcotics arrest on the street to have some sort of backup presence, some sort of assistance, some sort of support or protection?
Usually that's the case.
Well, Officer Varelli, in your experience, don't you find it highly unusual if an officer is going to be engaged in the dangerous circumstances of a narcotics arrest to be proceeding alone?
Objection. Your Honor, this is conjecture. What is usual for Officer Varelli may not be usual for someone else. Patrick O'Leary was an undercover policeman. What his particular procedure was, we do not know.
Sustained.
In any event, Officer O'Leary's partner, never arrived, nor did anyone else resembling a human being who claimed to have any work with him. True?
That's true.
So what you saw a man lying on the ground who was shot, but you did not actually see anyone do the shooting, did you?
Of course not. I already said I wasn't there, but it's obvious what happened.
No, I submit to you that it is not obvious what happened. It is not obvious, but it is fair to say that you assumed what happened because you were not there, Officer Varelli, and you did not see what happened.
Right. I already said that. Right.
And your assumption was that Patrick O'Leary, in the middle of a narcotics arrest, was shot by Michael Jones. But since you were not there, you could assume anything. You could assume, as a matter of fact, that maybe Patrick O'Leary shot himself. Or maybe you could assume, because you were not there, that Patrick O'Leary did not identify himself as a police officer because his badge was not out. And you could assume, Officer Varelli, that Patrick O'Leary pulled his gun out first and shot Michael Jones, planning to kill him and steal his money and his drugs.
Objection!
Could you assume that, Officer Varelli?
Bullshit.
Mr. Dalton, you will please approach the bench.
Nice moves.
Dazzling, aren't I?
But what do you got after that, though?
Hang on tight, partner.
Oh, I see. The ride gets rougher than this.
You betcha.
It's just the way I like it.
You better watch out.
I can roll with anything you put out, buddy.
Yeah, you're a regular bronc buster, you are.
That's what's called a discreet turn of the phrase, right?
You got it, cowboy.
Well, I'm gonna brand you this time, horsey, so everybody knows you're mine. How's that grab you?
Oh, yeah? Where's your iron?
Tell her. Can you handle this, or is this too real for you?
Yeah, I can handle it. Just do me a favor, will you?
Professional or personal?
Personal.
Done.
Whisper yippee-i-o in my ear.
Roland! Hi!
Oh, hi, Gail. How are you now? Mr. Feinberg. Roland?
Can you believe it? I told Daddy that we were having lunch together, and he said that he was free and he'd join us. Can you imagine Daddy being free for lunch?
I can't.
Let's do it.
Attempted murder of a police officer. It's gonna get your friend here 3 years in the joint. What are you gonna do? You gonna go along with him, or you want to assume the position that they bust you for loitering or some other bullshit charge? Oh, I know what you're thinking. You're young and fast. I'm old and slow. What are you gonna do, asshole? Dumb fucking question.
Police officer! Everybody get out! Get out!
crossroads. Fuck you.
Good morning.
Yeah.
You all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You sure?
I'm fine.
You want something to eat?
Yes, I found something to eat. God, I love you.
You, and who you are, and who you really want to be.
You know, you really lose the best of yourself when you're around the gold.
And now here we are 1 year ago back in the high jive self-realization rift.
So you're gonna take 14 years of legal aid and chuck it out the window.
You just don't get it, do you? I mean, you got me as some kind of retrograde Clarence Darrow or something. I mean, but you just don't get it. You keep thinking I'm leaving legal aid because I want to be somewhere else? I'm out of here, babe, because it's kicking the life out of me, see? Day in and day fucking out with the scumbags and the jerk-offs and the sex creeps and the freaks and the killers, God damn it. I can't live in it anymore. And God forbid I get one somebody, just one somebody who's innocent and I can't prove it. So instead of risking a loss, I got a plea bargain his ass. So he doesn't do 8 years of hard time. He ends up only doing 1 in Attica with the rest of the human puke, but that doesn't matter anyway, because after 1 year in that nightmare's life is over. And so what if I want things, Susan? People want shit, you know? I want things.
I know, life's a bitch, huh, Roland?
Why do you think it's so goddamn manifest destiny for me to be picking shit with the chickens the rest of my life?
Because you love it. You love it to death. And of everything you do, it's the thing you do best. Now, Mr. Mastrangelo, you stated that you owned and operated a reputable, honest, exotic automobile business, right?
Yes, I did.
The Casa Doro Custom Car Emporium, correct?
That's right.
Sounds like a brothel in Tangiers.
Objection.
Sustained. You also stated that Officer O'Leary purchased a customized turbo Porsche Cabriolet.
Right.
And that he paid $87,300 for it?
Right.
How did he pay for it?
Cash. He paid cash.
And did you give him a warranty?
No.
Did you give him a receipt?
No.
So, in fact, there is no record of this actual transaction.
Well, we have some records. But we recently moved locations, and they got lost in the shuffle.
So you would just have this court take your word for it that this actually occurred?
Well, it's the truth.
Oh, and you would tell the truth because you're an honest and reputable man.
Objection, Your Honor. The district attorney is obviously badgering and ridiculing this witness.
Overruled. Isn't it a fact that on February 10th, 1984, you were convicted of trafficking interstate stolen automobiles?
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained. Miss Cantrell.
No more questions.
Your Honor, at this time, I would like to call as my last witness the defendant, Michael Jones.
Will the defendant please rise and approach the witness box? Swear him in.
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
For the record, state your full name, your occupation, and where you live.
Michael Ezekiel Jones. I'm a drug dealer. I live in Rikers Island Prison.
The witness may take the stand.
Michael Jones. Michael Ezekiel Jones. Now, Michael, would you tell us, in your own words, exactly what happened to you on Friday night, October the 9th, approximately 10 p.m., in Central Park, near the West Side 61st Street pedestrian tunnel?
I was selling drugs. A white guy came up to me, asked to buy lightning, stuff you call crack. I told him I had some. He said he only had big bills. Said I had plenty change. He reached into his jacket, and instead of pulling out his wallet, he pulled out a gun. He looked at me in my eye and said, "Goodbye, nigga." I thought he was gonna kill me. I didn't know he was no cop. I went for my gun. He fired. I fired. I remember getting hit. I don't remember no more.
I was one of the first two cops to come upon the Dan O'Leary death scene. I'm the one that booked the evidence. The Black Kid's ghetto blaster, when I found it, was in the record position.
You listen to the tape?
No. I've heard rumors. I don't even want to know if they're true.
Why are you telling me this now?
One of the cops that got killed in Times Square by that skell you finally got was my brother.
You have any idea what's going to happen if I give this information to the defense attorney? A lot of brother officers are going to go down in the investigation this thing causes. Yeah, it's Police Officer Marks. I got an emergency call for Defense Attorney Roland Dalton.
Mr. Jones, have you ever been arrested for selling crack before?
Yeah.
And when you were arrested, was the officer wearing a uniform or street clothes?
Street clothes?
And also, when you were arrested, did he pull out his badge and say, "Hello, I'm a police officer"? Or did he try to buy some drugs and make a deal?
Your Honor, excuse me, I request a personal emergency recess.
Your Honor, I object to this transparent ploy.
Excuse me, Your Honor, I know it seems hideously contrived, except I request an emergency personal recess.
Well, it's 10 minutes of 4. This court recess until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Oh, wait!
Gail! What? Gail, it's tight. Richie Marks is waiting for me. He's got something. I gotta talk to you about.
I gotta talk to you.
There's something very important I have to tell you.
Wait, I'm pregnant. Isn't that
God.
great?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, what? Gail, this is great.
I threw up this morning.
You did?
Yeah.
Richie Marks is waiting for me with the thing.
Okay.
No, sweetie. Well, tonight.
Bye.
Sergeant, my name is Roland Dalton. I'm from legal aid. I got a court order here giving me access to your evidence room. Did you hear me? Well, can you read? This is a court order.
Up the fucking stairs.
Thanks.
I'm getting out. Come on, I'm going to. Come here. Hey, sit down. Come back. Sister, come back. Sir.
Evidence room.
Dalton's coming up.
Oh, thanks.
I got a court order here that grants me access to certain evidence in the Jones-O'Leary case. This is a court order, okay?
Christ, it's a shame. My key just broke off from the lock.
It did?
Yeah.
Well, I don't suppose between you and the putts downstairs you got a pair of bolt cutters.
Well, maintenance does, but they knock off at 5. They have to come back in the morning.
In the morning?
Yeah.
Thanks. You know, you cops, you're the best that money can buy.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
So what were you looking for?
True love? Isn't that what we're all looking for?
That's cute. That's very cute.
You're a tough guy, huh? What were you looking for?
I think I wish to speak to my lawyer, Al Fallon, of legal aid.
I'd like to speak to my asshole, huh? What were you looking for?
The fuck are you doing?
Shut the fuck up! Let's play again. Got lucky last time.
The tape. Okay, the tape. Tape.
What tape?
The tape. Michael Jones recorded everything on the tape recorders, tapes, and the ghetto blaster.
Play the fucking tape. The fuck is that?
Thank you, man. Goodbye, nigga.
All right, don't get nervous. I'm going downstairs to the fire alarm box. When the bell goes off, shoot him.
I shoot him?
Yeah. His fingerprints were all over the bolt cutter and the evidence room locker.
I haven't got a clean gun.
The fuck you talking about? There are 245,000 of those police specials floating around New York City. By the time they figure this shit out, we'll be long gone. This your evidence? Here's your evidence.
Well, hurry up and go pull the goddamn thing.
Just do it.
First door.
Third floor interrogation room. He's waiting for his lawyer. Hello, baby. Daddy's coming home real soon.
The tape! God damn it, man. How you doing? All right. They had the gun in my hand. Court this. All right, kids. Listen to me. Listen. Okay? I got court. God damn it. What a world. What a fucking world.
I know you. Hey, I recognize you from TV. You're the guy defending the cop killer.
Alleged cop killer, Dave. Alleged.
What, you mean he didn't do it?
Yeah, man, he did it, but he did it in self-defense.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Hey, they're coming after you?
Yep, they're coming after me.
Why?
Well, because a bad cop lied to him, and I know the truth, and if they know I know the truth, a lot of bad cops are in deep fucking trouble, so let's go to court.
Hey, I studied the Constitution. I passed my citizenship test. You got a right to be in the court. I'll get you to court. You hold on.
No, let court order. That evidence, this tape, these police officers don't. It's vital you hear the
Bailiff,
truth.
bring
Your Honor.
Mr. Dalton to my chambers.
Your Honor, I have to arrest him.
On the streets, you are the law. But on the steps of this courthouse, I am the law. If this police officer does not lower his gun, arrest him for obstructing justice.
Go ahead, white bread. Make my day.
Judge Maynard, there's evidence on this tape.
Mr. Dalton, the legal ramifications that would allow you to testify about what you heard or maybe didn't hear on this tape, or even if this tape is in fact the tape that was in Michael Jones's radio at the time of the alleged incident. I mean, it boggles the mind. I cannot allow it to be introduced as evidence. Now, Miss Cantrell will complete her cross-examination, and then both of you will give your closing arguments. And then I will give this case to the jury. And Mr. Dalton, if the jury should rule against you, you can exercise your right of appeal. And that is that.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I'd like to give you a few words from the book of Matthew, if I may, chapter 10, verses 26 and 27. There is nothing covered up that shall not be uncovered. There is nothing hidden that shall not be known. Whatever I say to you in the dark, you must repeat in the daylight, and whatever is whispered, you must shout from the rooftops. Now, the truth ain't always pleasant. But the truth, however, is always the truth. Now, the prosecution would have you believe that this is just some simple, straightforward case. A bad man shoots down a decorated police officer in the line of duty to avoid one more in a long series of endless arrests. However, I say that Officer Patrick O'Leary was not working in the line of duty Friday night, October the 9th, and I say that Officer Patrick O'Leary made a lot of money stealing from drug dealers. And I also say that Patrick O'Leary on Friday night, October the 9th, didn't even bother to identify himself to my client, Michael Jones. If he had, he'd be alive today. You've already heard Michael Jones acknowledge to you, admit, confess time and time again under cross-examination by the district attorney that he considered it standard operating procedure simply the cost of doing business to pay off cops. But Officer Patrick O'Leary pulled out his gun before he pulled out his badge. And my client, Michael Jones, thought he was some kind of nut. Hey, so would I. Wouldn't you? And after being shot once, point blank, by Patrick O'Leary, my client, drug dealer or no, pulled out his own gun and fired in self-defense. Now, the prosecution's case rests on 2 points. One,
Gotta cut me loose.
what?
Can't do the time. Won't make it. Besides, just go around. Can't do the time.
You can't do the time. You can't do the time, Michael? But you can take money from these 10-year-old kids and blow holes in their lives with that poison you push. Now you want to cry on my shoulder because you can't do the time? Stand up.
Hey, man, chill out.
Stand up! I'm standing! You stand too!
The jury's back. Has the jury reached a verdict?
Yes, Your Honor.
Will the defendant please rise and face the jury? Will the foreman read the verdict?
The jury finds the defendant not guilty.
That's great, Mike. See you in jail.
I did these 12 notes in class, Richie. What the heck?
Car and Rydell are heading for the airport. You want to drive? You want to shoot?
I drive, you shoot.
Hey, baby. It's not forever. I'll be back. Besides, Costa Rica's just a puddle hop away.
Richie, this is O'Leary's wheels. You copped O'Leary's car.
I didn't think he'd give a shit.
So long, sucker. Jesus Christ, losing hydraulics.
Hey, landing here. What we're trying. Bloody Tower, this is 750 Alpha Charlie.
Flame out port engine.
Stand down. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Bloody Tower, we have to land.
Tower 750 Alpha Charlie, clear. Look, what here, Tower? Transtar.
Richie, I love you, pal. You are definitely new to the planet.
Roland, I have a confession decision to make. The rabbit. It never died. I'm sorry. I just didn't want to lose you. Everyone, there's something I need to tell you. I lost the baby. I'm not pregnant anymore. Gail, it's okay. I really don't even want to talk about it. Besides, we have loads of time for children. And now I'm not going to have to buy that larger wedding dress.
Roland, speaking of the wedding, your mother and I must get together. The plaza only seats 600. And I'm afraid that with all of our friends, that only some of the relatives will be able to come.
Relatives. Well, excuse me. Gail, Mr. Feinberger, Mrs. Feinberger. I know this is real bad timing, but
arrest, statutory rape.
Yo, don't. I thought you went to Wall Street.
Oh boy, that's the serious side you got on.
Hey, Bosky!
In my eyes, and why are you so insecure? Why'd you have to keep our hearts tonight? Anyone can turn away, anyone can change their number. Why don't you make up your mind? You're still looking for love, looking for love. You're still looking for love, and it's breaking my heart. Where are you standing now, waiting for a brand new face, looking for something good? Is someone gonna take my place? Anyone can turn away. Yeah, anyone can change their number. What do you need me for this time? You're still looking for love. You're looking for love. You're still looking for love. And it's breaking my heart. You're still looking for love. You're looking for love all the time. You're still looking for love. We go together. It's breaking my change your mind. Change